Good morning. Yeah, we'll get this. That's a cute one.
The mirror, that's the mirror.
Oh, that's nice. So nice. Wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yes. Yeah, that's really nice.
If you wanted maybe to give me 30 for the mirror, and then I'll take that.
Really?
Are you?
Yeah, I'll take it for that. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so now we're gonna strip the paint off of a piece of furniture. This is what I like to use. I find it's the best. I've used I think it's Heritage one too. That one's good too, but there's a lot of really, really bad ones. I might as well try and use water to get it off. But this one is good. You need to have a ventilated area, but that's like for all of them. But it's not super stinky or anything, so, and it works really good on all kinds of paint. I poured some in here. Now I just have an old paint. This is the only thing I ever use this paintbrush for, is painting it onto the stripper onto furniture. Can't really use it for anything else after that. You cannot use a foam brush. It'll eat it. I learned that the hard way. But one with natural bristles will be fine. And you can wear gloves. You have to get specific gloves for stripping paint, because just like regular vinyl or latex, it doesn't eat through, but the fumes go through. Like you can feel it on your hands and stuff. So I just keep like a damp rag nearby, and you can feel it if it gets on. It's a little bit burny, so then you just wipe it off and you're fine. But yeah, so then you just paint it on. It's not super thick, a little thicker than water, but I'll just pour some on here. And then you kind of just wait and let it do its thing, and you'll see the paint bubble up. And so I just use just an old coffee can to scrape the paint into, because you got to be careful. Like, even though this is plastic, not all plastics will do well when touching that. Like, you just hit and miss. I'm just lucky with this one. But yeah, if you're gonna pour it into something else first, you're probably best to use some sort of metal or a container you know won't melt from that stuff. But I know that the tin can's fine, so just for the paint. How is this doing? Looks like it's pretty good. So shit just kind of come right off. Different paints come off differently. If it doesn't all come off at once, you can always reapply. And be careful if you're going across the wood grain that you don't, because now the wood is wet and it'll be more susceptible to gouges and stuff. So just be mindful of how you're scraping the wood. Just try and get off as much as you can. this. When we got it, it was pink. And we stripped all the paint, or I guess I've stripped off all the paint. And now I'm just gonna give it a light sand because it's important that there is no paint. Stain will not stick to paint, and you will be, after all this work, you'll be incredibly disappointed if you go to stain it and then there's all these pink dots because there's still paint on it. So yeah, so the stripper does a pretty good job, but yeah, we have to sand some still because there's some nicks and some marks and stuff like that. And if you are wanting to be a reseller, I would not recommend refinishing furniture because unless you are not including your time, you will never get your money back. This is something you have to do because you like it, because you want to keep it, because it's an heirloom, but not to make money because it takes a long time and a lot of chemicals. So anyway, so as you can see, after we got the paint off, there's watermarks and you see a little bit of paint in the grooves there, but the sandpaper will get rid of that. And you should be prepared as well to stain your pieces dark because you just don't know what's going to be underneath, and generally it's a dark stain if it's an antique, so you're not going to be able to like just oil this and it'll be good because it's going to be remnants of stain. You cannot sand stain out, so you can only cover it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm using, oh, this one doesn't have it, 150 grit. This is a finishing. It's not very rough. It won't leave a bunch of lines and scratches and stuff in your furniture. So this is just to get the very, like your finishing sandpaper. Come on. So here you can see there's still some paint on this edge here, and some up in here. So we're just gonna sand that to get it off. You can use an electric sander, but this isn't gonna take much, so I'm just gonna use like a regular. There. Now you can just go. Little trick. Just watch that there's no stain or anything around the wrist, or it'll be around your mouth. Alright. So now we've sanded the whole thing. And you can see the unevenness. That's just because of the stain that was on there. And we tried to get out some of the marks, but there's always going to be some. But the dark stain generally covers most of it. And it's old, so if there's some imperfections, so what, right? I mean, it had life, so you just have to be okay with that, 'cause it's not going to be new. And also, now's the time, if there's any nicks, like big ones, or gouges, or anything you want to fix, now's the time to do it. Use your spackle, and give it a sand, and then we'll just stain the whole thing. This one happened to be in really good shape, so I'm just going to leave, there's a couple of small nicks and stuff, but I'm just going to leave those. Okay. So if you want to, you can do like a test spot first on an area that you're not really going to see. You could do it like right here. And then say, yeah, I like it, or no, I don't. Because this is the back edge of where a drawer goes, so. And I'm going to say, yeah, I like it. So we'll just carry on with it. So for this dresser, I needed 5 handles, or 10 handles, like 2 for each one. There's 5 drawers. And it didn't have 10 matching knobs. So we are going to use these, but these take 2 holes. So what we're gonna do, so they'll be like that. So they'll look nice. But there's only 1 hole. So we have to drill a new hole and for every single one of these. But just one, because we're gonna use the other one. So what I've done is I just made a template. As you can see, that is where the screws, it's the right distance in between. So I'm going to start on this. So you want to put one over the hole, and then you want your other one. Now, you should measure. I'm gonna eyeball it because that's what I do. So we're still gonna see that little bit of an indent there, but that's okay. There. So that's how they'll all look when they're